Feels like Prematch Show, Sydney, Tyler, Henry, or Tommy a little bit. Tyler's phone is blacked out, so I don't know what happened there. He was here. I can see him here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium press box. Whenever he gets back, and we will get to him shortly. But Sydney, with you, Tommy stopping in just a little bit. Like to get you ready for Olympia United at Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the first time in, gosh, I don't know how long, as they take on the Chicago Fire. Folks forget that Man United has won three matches in a row, or two matches in a row, in this very building. So why not try to get the keep the streak going for at least one more day? Of course, Atlanta United, three straight home matches. First against the Fire, of course, tonight against Charlotte FC on Saturday, and then a week on Saturday against Seattle Sounders. Tommy is here. Tommy, how's it going?
Where are you at?
I'm in the press box.
Are you at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
I'm at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, I
So is
thought we were
Tyler,
never
but he's having some
returning.
technical difficulties.
I thought
What's
we were
going
never
on?
coming back.
Me neither. It's been, what, a while since we've been at the Bend, but yeah, here you go. Just saying. Got two matches in a row you've won here. Why not make it three in a row? Why not make it five in a row even? Yeah, just three-game homestand, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, you didn't have the road trip that you wanted. This game is extremely important to Ronnie. You didn't have the results that you wanted. You didn't get a win in those last two, which is obviously what you were at least aiming for here. But tonight, you're playing a Chicago team that can look dangerous at times, but they still can leak
Sometimes.
goals. And look, if you're at home at MLS, you need to win your home games. And tonight is step one of it.
Before we get to Tyler, guys, lineups are out, so Tyler, I'll let you kind of react, and Tyler, I'll let you kind of react as we go on, but
Saba!
not a lot of
Spoiler.
Miggy's the
things. Well,
captain.
one change. So that's one big change. We're on the road. We made the captain, even though Brandon James is back in the starting 11.
Top top
What are
five
your initial
captain.
thoughts? What are your
Top
initial
five
thoughts,
captain in the
guys?
league.
Top five captain in the league.
Top three
Tommy
easy.
says top three, top something. But yeah, lineups. Gazan, like I said, back out there. No, guys, no major surprises outside of Almiron wearing the armband tonight. So, initial thoughts on the starting 11 from your vantage point.
Don't change what
Yeah.
your attempt. Look, you've had a very long time in the season where you had to keep changing the lineups because of injuries, because of random things, players leaving out of the country here. You need to be able to create some type of momentum here. And, Pineda talked about it a lot when that the season from hell with all the injuries. Like he hadn't had a consistent lineup here in, months. You have an opportunity. You've got some draws. Maybe they weren't the wins that you wanted, but you got some draws, which were some decent results for this team. You got to keep going with it. You can't keep changing things every single game and hope that it can still continue to click.
Tyler?
Yeah, if you know that you're going to have to play Saba on the left and Miggy on the right, then you're going to have to do what you can throughout the week to make sure that he's ready to go. I think this team is going to go after eventually a true left winger, and I don't know where that's going to leave Saba, but I think for now you've got him. You know he's talented. You got to do something to make him work, and if that means in training all week saying, all right, we're going to work on you being that sided winger and figure it out, like, then that's what you got to do. I want to see him have a really good game tonight because I think if Saba has a good game, this team does really well.
I feel like it's been a long time. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the left wing is so key, in my opinion, to unlocking this attack. And if whoever happens to be over there has a good game, then Atlanta comes out of here with a win tonight, in my opinion.
So I was just going to say, I feel like it's been a long time since we had Salah had a good game. I mean, we've seen the quality, but hasn't put it into goals. And his form is kind of, well, not kind of, it has really stepped off from what it was even last year. So I definitely agree. We definitely need to see that left side works. You're not getting really a whole lot out of that right side. That puts an onus on Almiron on that right side. And certainly Lennon. Lennon, I mean, we talk about, I don't want to be a dead horse, just a drastic drop in form for him. So hopefully we expect what Kami said, and Lennon can extend this home winning streak. I want to talk about Efrain Morales. Back in the starting 11, Spion's still unable to go. Derek's still unable to go. I'll give you guys my opinion in a little bit, but I want to hear your opinion, maybe starting with Tommy again. Um, do you think you just stick with Efrain Morales at center back? I imagine when Spion gets sick, he may be in the starting 11. I'm not so sure about Derek Williams. Do you just stick with the Bridgerton Morales center back pairing when Spion gets back, Thomas?
I think it depends on what you're trying to do in the transfer window. I mean, I guess if there's a possibility.
I'm sorry, yes, Mihai coming.
What's that?
I for, I keep forgetting Mihai's coming in. So, and then when you
Yeah.
the transfer window, that reminded me. So I would say Mihai Morales, whatever. Thus Morales is going to be a starting center back.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because I see TJ on here talking about like nothing really matters at this point. The great Queen quote there. But I said a couple weeks ago like the season's over, and obviously that was in a very emotional state here, especially just looking at where you are in the standings. Like I think people can be realistic about the standings and kind of the miracle that you need, but the part of it as well is that if Ronnie is going to be here or whoever's going to be here, you need to be able to figure out who can be ready for you next season. Who is the guy? And last year, Cobb got a lot of run, and then we talked about it. Well, what about Efren? Where's he fit into this? And now we're in the exact opposite land. We're saying
Yeah.
where is Cobb? Why isn't he getting this opportunity? So for the people out there that want to see, that have been play the kids for the past month, and people are still that way, I would love to continue to see either Cobb or Efren in the lineup consistently because you do need in an MLS roster, you need your young players to be produce. You need at least one or two guys that could come in. You already got one with Fortune, right? You've already got one there. But the second one is probably going to be at that center back position. Now, do you play with three? Do you play with two? But if you play with three, I
Right.
definitely think you need to have either Cobb or Efren in there
Yeah.
to really figure out what you have going into next season.
Pretty good, Tyler.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's going to try to round up another starting caliber center back if possible, in my opinion. But ultimately, that you still have to make room for your young guys, and whether it's Efrain or Noah, I like them both. I still think Noah has a massive upside, but for whatever reason, he hasn't gotten the play time. And it was actually interesting to me because Noah played in the twos game the other day, but only played for 45 minutes. And so I thought they're saving him for this coming match. I don't know. Maybe we see him swapped out if possible, but typically, if a center back's doing their job, you're not swapping them out. So um, we'll see. But I mean, I think Efrain has had really good shows every time he's been out there.
Yes.
He does a great job, and I think as long as he's got a veteran next to him, then that's going to make all the difference in the world. Uh, to me, though, this game, everything about this game is on the other side of the ball because the defense has actually been pretty okay lately.
Yeah. Yeah, you're mentioning Tommy, the possibility of going three in the bag. It's definitely an intriguing prospect, especially with, like I said, Lehigh coming in. You have presumably Gregerson as your other starting center back beside Lehigh whenever he does get back. I think, to me, I feel like at this point you have to start praying for the future. And that may mean Williams being the odd man out, whatever that center back depth chart looks like. I mean, he's not the youngest player. He's still with fitness issues the entire season. Well, not the entire season, but something to good chunk of the season. Not as long as Gregerson has, but I just feel like, especially with his contract ending after this year, I think he is starting to think about the next stage of his career. whether that be elsewhere, another club, or what that means, perhaps. And again, he's not ancient, but in soccer years, he certainly is up there in age, um, at 32 years old. So I'm sure he has a few years ahead of him, but I don't know if his future lies in Atlanta after the season. I think he do have for the center back talent and Todd and Morales that we just talked about. Lehigh coming in, and Gregor can finally get healthy, for 2026. So you have some intriguing options, I think, moving forward. Um, the other thing, the other point I want to bring up, we kind of talked about is I'm around keeping the captain armband, um, despite despite Suzanne starting. I mean, Greg Suzanne has been the locked-in captain for years for Atlanta United since Michael Parkhurst retired. So, is that sending a message, Tyler, to the rest of the team, or maybe just say, hey, we need a new voice um, as far as the captaincy is concerned? What are your thoughts?
I think in a way maybe this is a transition. I'm gonna real quick. Chris asking is Mihai in town yet? Don't think so. But soon, but soon. But no, I mean as far as like Brad Gazan, I feel like in a way this almost feels like Brad wasn't gonna just give up that armband to anybody
Yeah,
other than somebody that deserves it. And look, Miggy's he's had a crappy season. Everybody has. But then you see him go out and post stuff like he did on Instagram the other day, where he's trying to take ownership. He's trying to be the leader. We've seen him in the locker room sometimes this year, um, really trying
yeah,
to step up and be that guy. I
yeah,
feel like Miggy would be the one guy, short of like Joseph coming back, that Brad would possibly be okay giving that armband to, knowing good and well that he's at the very end of his career. Whether this is it for him or not, I think it's kind of telling for him to be in the lineup and not have that armband. And I think part of it has
yeah,
to do with the other day. Miggy had the armband, and I think he showed pretty well for himself. And I think he did the captaincy job pretty well. So I find it a little fascinating because I can't think of a single game
yeah.
since like 2019 that if Brad was available, he didn't have the captain's armband. I
Before
think
Tommy, before, oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say,
no, go ahead.
Before Tommy jumps in, that's some breaking news to report. Just in from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Brad Guzan, ladies and gentlemen, is wearing a mask. Brad Guzan is wearing a mask.
What color is
Oh
the? Is
boy,
it a black mask, a clear
It's a black
mask, a red
mask. It's
mask?
a black mask.
He is the knight.
He is wearing a mask.
Guzman. He's
Right.
Guzman.
So yeah, it's breaking news from the press box here. Um, Tell me what are your thoughts on the captaincy. Maybe keeping the armband, even though he's in a second lineup.
It's cool. Brad Guzan's very likely done at the end of the season anyway, so you kind of needed that transition. Despite what some people have said, Miguel Almiron is not going anywhere after the season. So obviously the natural fit is to hand it to Miggy next year. But in
Right.
preparation for it, this is Miggy's team now going after this year, right? Brad's not hanging it up today, but next year this is Miggy's team. He's the veteran. You don't know what's going to happen. Brooks Lennon's one of the other veterans. A lot of us don't think that he'll be back next season.
Yeah.
This is your guy. This is the guy that is going to need to welcome all the players onto the team, get them comfortable, get them set, and get them to understand how important it is to play for Atlanta United. And if there's a guy I think that can do that, I think it's Miguel Almiron, 100%. And that's really the only thing I could really say about the captaincy spot. I think it's kind of a little overrated there, but in a team,
I
no,
don't think
let
so.
me take that back. In an organization that has been in turmoil for about 4 seasons, on and off turmoil, not consistent, but on and off turmoil, on and off the field, they need somebody to help take control of that locker room, and you hope that Miguel Almiron is that guy.
Yeah, and maybe understands the culture of what Atlanta United should be. He understands what it absolutely means to wear this kit, to represent this club. They're much better than anybody else on the roster outside of maybe Brad Van. With all respect to Brooks Lynn, and this doesn't seem like captain material to me. Yeah, we've seen Bartek Swish wear the captain's armband at various times throughout his tenure here. He's only been here for a couple of years. He is not as up on the culture as other players are. But, we'll see. You know, he, Miguel knows. Miggy knows what it's like. Miggy knows what it's like to play for this club. He's won trophies with this club. He's won almost cups with this club. And he was one of the building blocks of this club when it first started in 2017 and 2018. So, again, I kind of implied my answer, give you a glimpse of my answer earlier, but like it certainly helps to have a new voice. Not, I mean, Brad will always be back there, but that new voice talking, like you said, in the locker room, welcoming players, showing them what it's like to play for Atlanta United, showing them what it's like to wear this kit, to wear this logo on their chest. And I think it certainly is sort of not a message being sent, but a way to kind of shake things up a little bit in the locker room. Not well, maybe not shake things up, but maybe
Yeah, it's basically shaking
you
things
know
up.
what I
I
mean?
think it
Yeah.
really is. Yeah, I think 100%. It's because at some point, like you have to transition from Atlanta United 1.0 to 2.0, and I think maybe this is a little bit of a
Not
weird way
we're
of doing
there
it,
yet.
considering he was here the first time around. But I think if it needs to go to anybody, it's Miggy for sure.
Tommy, I know you have to get going. You have any final thoughts before you get out of here?
I, we're all very positive on our predictions. I said 2-1. I do think that this team. I don't know how many people are actually going to be at this game. That's
Yeah.
going to be very interesting, and
Stadium. Not a lot of people in the stadium right now.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, if they are there, they're all Smurfs, and I can't see them. Are they wearing the blue kits, by the way,
No, I
or
don't
the
think
red
so.
ones?
I think
No,
Okay,
it's the red ones.
they're the
okay.
connector kit or 17
Um,
stations. So.
but yeah, they this is the way you got to start it. You want fans to show up on Saturday, you get to win tonight. It might be empty, but right now you're at home, and that's what your expectation is to win every home game. Sneak some road wins in there on occasion, but you got to win them. And if you have any chance of making the playoffs, you have to go pretty much flawless at home. And this is the start of it tonight. So hopefully we do it. I got a feeling though, Miggy scores either today or Saturday. I don't know that, but I feel like him taking that captain spot and being
We're
home,
both.
some special is going to happen from him. So we'll see.
Why not both?
That'd be nice too. But come join me on Spaces after the game.
Yes, we'll do
See you
that.
guys.
Thanks, Thomas. We need
See,
to.
buddy. Yeah, and I think there we go. I think for me, my last little bit is I see Brett saying hopefully this is just the start of the shakeup. I mean, yeah, I think we got a lot of changes that need to be made, and I know a lot of people have written off the season, which is fine. I get it. I don't blame you in any way whatsoever. But I still want the team to win, and if the team wants any chance of doing anything for the rest of the season, they need to win tonight and Saturday.
Yeah.
I
No
mean, period.
excuses. No
They
excuses.
are their nose hairs are the only thing above water right now. And if they don't win tonight and this weekend, I think it's pretty much a done deal at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you've won back-to-back matches here in this building. Yes, two very good opponents. Now you have another opponent coming in, maybe not MLS Elite, but another opportunity to move up the table and really keep your weak playoff hopes alive. So, Lady United versus Chicago Fire, 7:40 kickoff from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Greg Warhol has returned to Mercedes-Benz Stadium since I believe 2018, right? When's the last time he coached the period? 2018?
Yeah, I think so because I don't think he was ever here with the men's national
Yeah.
team.
No, he wasn't. He definitely wasn't. Um,
Oh,
Good night.
I was here during. Am I losing my mind?
Good night.
I was here during Copa
Anyway.
America.
Oh yeah, yeah. First time here since Copa America. We all have that turned out for a Greg Berhalter coach team.
Yeah,
Hopefully, yeah, we all forget about that. I mean, for good reason, but hopefully
rightfully
foreshadowing for
so.
what's to come. Foreshadowing for what's to come for the Chicago Fire. Tyler, Henry, and I will be back with 3 takeaways after the match. All our coverage on scarsandspikes.com. Also subscribe on patreon.com/scarsandspikes. Quick reminder or quick note, we'll be on the Messer 4 bar, 5:30 p.m. Saturday before Atlanta United for the Charlotte Sea. Big Stu Nest on 4. Inside the City by Hilton Atlanta for hosting us with more. So stop by, join us. Saturday, 5:30, right before Atlanta versus Charlotte FC. Again, ScratchingSpikes.com, Patreon.com, /ScratchingSpikes. And you see, you got
And
coming up?
y'all, I was gonna say with the Patreon, y'all come jump in the Discord during the chat too, and on the website we've got multiple threads and chats going on at any given time. So drop your thoughts on the website on the article.
Yes.
Drop your thoughts on the Discord.
Yes.
We have a good time there. So y'all hop in.
Yes.